This is a portrait I did of my sister and I when in 1999 to 2000 I was studying in Germany. I was alone in my dorm in Mannheim University, and here's my sister and I. It's done from a portrait. She's holding the white cat, who was Kisses at the time, and I'm holding my cat, Christina. These are the series of cat paintings I did when I was living in Spain. In 2004, 2005. This is a portrait I did, 2021. And it's the faceless girl. I like the idea that sometimes people come and go and you remember certain things about a person, about people in general. And they exist for you, but sometimes without a face. Did that 2021. This portrait, these four together, 2021. Some of these ideas come out of my head. No, there's no photo or picture I'm copying from. Here I just wanted to do a backdrop and then with the white, an outline of a face to really make the face pop. These are globs of paint, acrylic paint, 2020. And I basically didn't use a paintbrush, just did it all from the bottle. And if you look closely, there's a face in each one. These are faces I did in 2019. It's clay on board canvas or wooden canvas. And then, of course, I got the clay sushi right here, all made of clay and paint. And using one of the plates that I brought home from Japan. Here's a painting I did in either 2018 or 2019. It's Sharpie on canvas using silver and brown paint. This is one of my oldest portraits I did, oil on canvas, one of my first oil paintings in university. I was second year university. So that must have been somewhere around 1998. Here's one I did, 2016. It's a acrylic on canvas. It's supposed to be my self-portrait. Turned out a bit cartoonish. Here are some small paintings I've done. Actually more like Sharpie on canvas, colored with gold or golden paint, silver. Kind of representing the way Tristan, my son and my daughter were in front of me. Their representation of them. Last one, just on small boards. Then I did this one, 2019. It's just gold and silver paint on canvas and profile of a man. Kind of reminds me a little bit of contemporary Whistler's mother. The portrait Turner did of Whistler's mother. And Whistler was another artist, and it was a side profile. Then there's this one I did. This one's changed a lot throughout the years. I started this back in year 2000 and kind of changed over time with layers of paint. But the actual girl, the actual pose of the girl and the girl herself, she's pretty much stayed the same except for the face. I used to have this in actual skin tone and it was kind of realistic, but there's a lizard crawling on her chest. Now I made it more modern and just a little bit more interesting with a bit more color, gold and brown, a little bit more classical. Here is the painting I did. It's supposed to be of my daughter, a picture of my daughter, but of course I made it abstract. I was thinking of Picasso in his blue period, and I just decided to paint her blue with red hair. Doesn't have to be exact. It looks dramatic. I like the light on her face, the yellow on her face. So that was that. This is another one done of my daughter, a picture for my daughter. I had painted over the canvas so many times and I was going to paint over it again. I took a picture of my daughter, started drawing on it, and I was going to paint it and everything, but I actually liked the drawing version that I just left it. And I liked the texture of the canvas coming through. Down below is actually shortly after my son was born. I had this old canvas and I just took charcoal and I just tried to draw him as best as I could while he was in his bassinet, and he was like moving all over the place. So that's how it kind of turned out. Then there's this one. This was done in 2008, I believe. And I really just wanted an orange background, just took black and just started painting this woman for my own head, and that's what I came up with. And then there's this one, kind of like, if you notice at the top, and just like the orange face shining through, the dramatic effect of her design of the top she's wearing. And this is my tower of paintings.